The most obvious answer is that Trump has made the rules-based order, that line, unusable as an organising principle for allied behaviour anymore. If one thing has now ceased to exist thanks to his actions, it's that notion. And it's not because critics say so, it's because the US is observably behaving in a way that forces allies to choose between complicity and confrontation in real operations, while pulling away from the institutions that would usually be used to launder those choices through procedure. You can keep saying international law in speeches all you like, but if your planes are providing surveillance support while a partner seizes ships and calls it a global blockade anywhere in the world, you're in enforcement mode, Keir Starmer. And enforcement mode creates enemies, not just opponents. The next unavoidable consequence is that NATO's internal trust has taken a structural hit in the Arctic, because a NATO member has to plan around the possibility that the United States might use coercion against another member over territory and resources. That's not a hypothetical in the way it used to be either, ignored as it was, proof of which is the fact that NATO have no provision for dealing with it. Because Trump has refused to rule out force and has framed Greenland in explicitly strategic and extractive terms. Even if nothing happens tomorrow, the planning has to happen today, and the planning itself changes relationships. It shifts procurement, basing conversations, surveillance priorities, political assumptions. That load doesn't vanish when the news cycle moves on. It very much sits there. And the third consequence is that great power retaliation risk is now baked into mundane logistics, because tanker seizures are not a warning shot.